This is the Book of Boba Fett in a nutshell. Hey everyone, it's Andrew. An aging bounty hunter takes a long bath and remembers the time his dad's head got sliced off by a purple lightsaber-wielding Jedi. After escaping a giant stomach in the sand, he's dragged through the desert by the robed natives and eventually befriends them by killing a four-armed beast that looks like it's straight out of a 1960s horror film. And then he has a little drink from a black melon. Good stuff, Boba. A bald man talks to a couple of giant slugs, gets growled at by a big black dog, and then falls asleep in the bath. He dreams about beating up a biker gang in a bar, and then performs a train heist with a stick. He then inhales a lizard, walks to a tree, gets himself a new stick, and dances around a campfire like a madman with the desert locals. An old man complains to Boba about his water being stolen by a gang of thirsty teenagers. So Boba confronts the teenagers and recruits them as his personal bodyguards. Good ethics there, Boba. Later, he uses some water to take another bath and dreams about his dad leaving him home alone. He then takes a ride through the desert like he owns the place, then asks a couple of Jawas for directions. Ironically asks a fish about land, then returns to find his new desert brothers have been murdered. Suddenly, he's woken from his bath by a big black dog, but not to worry, the teenagers come to the rescue. Then the two ugliest things I've ever seen gift him a giant monster. Machete, the Rancor Keeper, agrees to help train the beast.
What are we gonna call you?
After which the teens chase a Twi'lek through the streets on colourful hover Vespers. Oh, and then a bunch more fish show up. It's going to be a very fishy affair. This is the Book of Boba Fett, episode 4 in a nutshell. Old man, still spending a lot of time in the bath, dreams that he finds a dying woman in the desert and takes her to a hipster hangout where Thundercat turns her into a cyborg. She wakes up and they share a couple of black melons and make plans to retrieve the bald man's ship from a palace in the desert. Inside the palace, they deactivate General Grievous's chef cousin, chase down a mechanical rabbit for literally no reason at all. No idea why this was here. Then kill an innocent gonk droid along with a bunch of ugly goons and escape. So off they go to chase down and annihilate a biker gang. And then say hi to the local Sarlacc pit, which jump scares them out of their seats and right onto the seismic charge button. We all saw it coming, let's be honest. But don't touch my buttons.
Next time, don't touch my buttons.
Old man then goes for a swim in the Sarlacc, but can't find his armor, and then realizes he's completely done with hunting people for money, working for rich idiots. So makes a pact with Cyborg Lady to start running the show around here. He then wakes up, gets out of the bath, which will seemingly be his last as he's now a wrinkled old man, and goes for a visit to the local bar where a giant dog is halfway through tearing the arm off a lizard. Old man then hires Giant Dog and invites a bunch of families over for dinner above his pet monster. The bald man then convinces the families to help him rid the planet of drug dealers. How wholesome and family-friendly. A man dressed as a tin can uses a glowing sword to claim the head of a scuzzball, but in doing so, also shaved one of his legs. He then presents the head to a group of aliens having lunch who insist he stays to eat, but instead, Tin Can would rather go hang out with some more tin cans who still follow a ridiculous extinct religion. His pointy stick is forged into toys for Baby Yoda, after which the bigger Tin Can confronts regular Tin Can for his glowing sword. They fight. Regular Tin Can wins, but then admits to having taken off his tin can, which means he can no longer be part of this ridiculous religion. These guys literally never take their helmets off, get no vitamin D. Regular Tin Can likes his vitamin D. So Tin Can leaves, flies to a desert planet, builds a new ship that's literally the best starfighter ever, takes it for a test drive, gets pulled over by the cops, speeds off, and then meets up with an old friend. Now, I have just one question after all of this. How is this the Book of Boba Fett? Boba Fett isn't even in the episode. The county sheriff scares off some drug smugglers. Meanwhile, the Tin Can tries to pay a visit to his adopted son, only to be met by a bunch of robot tradies, just building houses. The cutest green baby you've ever seen tries to jump, but also remembers the time someone said the number 66 and how everyone lost their minds, and then learns to jump across a river. Tin Can then leaves beautiful green paradise and heads back to Sand Planet, has meeting with retirees and teenagers, then buys the county sheriff a drink. Tin Can leaves local town, then Red Eye Cowboy shoots sheriff, and the drug smugglers blow up Cantina. Back in paradise, Green Baby has to choose between laser sword and new shirt. This was the most wholesome thing I've ever watched. The scariest blue man you've ever seen meets with a couple of villains in a lair. Meanwhile, the cutest green baby you've ever seen flew here all by himself. Shut up, Batu, you didn't fly the ship. Green Tin Can says no to scary blue man.
No.
The city turns to chaos and teenagers are killed. Let's take a moment to pay respects to our favorite pigmen of all time. Aww. And all our main boys are screwed. Tin Can says the line.
This is the way.
Tails here tries to talk his way out of the situation and actually proves to be semi-useful.
His words.
The decoy. Finally, we see the main boys in action. Only waited 7 episodes. Townspeople show up, along with Vespers, Black Chewbacca, and oh crap, what is that? Giant scorpion droidicas? Tin Can is then reunited with his adopted son in a way no one expected. And then luckily, Green Tin Can shows up on the back of his new pet, which destroys giant robot scorpions. Then Green Tin Can has standoff with Red Eye Cowboy, loses, but then goes full Tusken Raider and stabs him like a bantha. Regular Tin Can nearly gets eaten, but is saved by cutest green baby, who puts giant pet to sleep. A show for the whole family. So that was the Book of Boba Fett in a nutshell. Let me know if you think there'll be a season 2. And if you're new around here, you can also come check out my clips channel for daily clips and memes uploads. For more Boba Fett and Star Wars, watch one of these videos here and follow me on Instagram, Twitter, and join my Discord for lots more and the latest Star Wars news and updates and gaming and everything. And thanks for watching this. My name's Andrew. I'm gonna go take a back to bath and pretend it's a Polynesian spa. I'll catch you soon.
Stay bombastic.